Blumberg from Blumberg Capital, Diane Eisner from Waze, and of course, Jay Wright from Qualcomm, our title sponsor here. And we will have 5 AR startups competing for a $5,000 prize. And what?
No, it's interesting.
And we will begin with Rob Manson from Build AR.
Hi, I'm Rob Manson. I'm the CEO of Build AR. We're the WordPress of the AR industry. We make it easy for publishers to create AR without any development at all. But this is just phase 1 of our strategy. Our real vision is so much bigger than this. Now we're taking the web and we're augmenting it for modern mobile devices. But first, let's take a look at Build AR right now. Build AR makes it easy to create AR. All you need to do is upload your content via your web browser and then use our drag and drop interface to lay out your design. It's easy. Here's a campaign created by one of our customers. Their users just point their phone at this brochure and it loads into their online campaign. You can see there's no ugly QR codes required, and then up pops the AR they designed in Build AR. Projected over the brochure, you can see they've added streaming video and some buttons. These ones link off to enter a competition or to Facebook. And you can add any content you like because Build AR makes it just so easy to create AR yourself. So this is what phase 1 looks like. And this is already attracting self-service clients from all around the world, and this is without us spending a single cent on advertising. But now I'd like to show you our next phase that's turning this from being a marketing novelty into what we believe is a full computing revolution. Welcome to the awesome web. The web has become a lot more than just pages of information. Now, modern mobile browsers can access your location, your camera, and just so much more. These augmented web experiences are turning the old web upside down. And we're making it easy to upgrade your site by adding just a single line of JavaScript. This adds what we call a doodad to the side of your pages. And you can use this to then just peel back the old web and uncover the awesome web underneath. Of course, the awesome web makes it easy for you to show your location-based content using maps. But now you can overlay all kinds of information onto your view of the real world using your device's camera. You can open video calls, you can access live data feeds, and you can access all kinds of information that you can imagine. This blends traditional apps, AR, and streaming media, and this is all inside the mobile web browser. We've built an amazing team around this vision. Along the top you'll see Alex and I, we're the co-founders, and we're pretty active within the global AR community. Internally we work with our smart and talented team of designers and developers. And along the bottom you'll see our board of advisors and our legal advisors. They've been so valuable in helping us refine this vision, and they've connected us to some great business opportunities. I'm really proud to work with this talented bunch of people. And underlying this vision, there's just one single idea, and that's that AR's undergoing a structural change. It's evolving from standalone apps that link out to your web content into an extension of the web itself. This is all moving to inside the mobile web browser. So we have 2 target markets. In phase 1, we make it easy for publishers to overlay their content onto the real world. This is a high-quality substitution product for QR codes. In phase 2, we're expanding our target audience to target any users, any businesses that use the web, and we're making it easy for them to create apps that connect their team and their customers through their devices to the real world. Phase 1 is our SaaS platform, and that's working really well already. So 5.45% of visitors to buildar.com convert into trial users. 16.03% of them then convert into paying customers. And now we're exploring the business model for phase 2, and we're confident this will deliver web-scale, high-profit revenue streams. Right now we're in discussion with VCs throughout the Valley, and we're working to close a seed round of $750,000. We expect to complete this by the end of June. Our next goal is to raise a Series A of $5 million within the next 12 months. And this is to ensure that we're properly capitalised for taking advantage of this global web-scale opportunity. And now we believe you guys have a great opportunity, and that's to vote for Build AR. We have a vision that people really want to invest in, and we're discussing this with a lot of people that are attracted to this revolution right now. Thank you very much.
So how many customers do you have now on your self-serve platform?
So we've had over 5,000, I think it's closer to 6,000 now, sign up in total. And in terms of paying customers, I'd have to check the latest numbers. Oh, sorry, yes, my bad.
Okay. And then just on the new stuff that you're building,
Yep.
This awesome web that's underneath the existing web, is it related to the content you're seeing on the web or related to everything else that your phone is just sensing?
So what we're doing, we're releasing an open source project that's kind of like jQuery for the augmented web. And so people will be able to plug it into their site. So now how people are making their sites mobile friendly, we're doing it so people can make their websites augmented friendly as well. So if you turn up with the right device, that's an awesome device, then any location-based content or any sort of vision recognition content you can then add. So they can use your normal website, and then when they choose to, they can peel it back and access the richer content.
Are there some key partnerships that you need, or is this mostly API, some interface driven?
I'm an invited expert with the W3C, and we work a lot in the different standards bodies as well. And so all of the APIs are there at the moment. There's still some formative work. It's working in some of the mainstream browsers at the moment, but it's definitely not mainstream yet. So that's why we're ahead of the curve. It's really going to be a good 6 to 12 months before it's really commonplace in some of the mainstream browsers.
Rob, can you tell us a little more about the 6,000 customers that have signed up in terms of geography, demographics, industry vertical? I just want to get a visceral sense of who they are. And then what percent or how you think about converting them into Awesome Web customers?
Yeah, okay. So they're really from all over the world. We've got a lot in the US, Europe and Asia. We're based in Sydney and we're doing a flip up at the moment, moving to the US. So they break into 5 main categories. There's sort of tourism and cultural. It's a lot of the common AR sort of customers. I won't go through those categories. But we've also sold some white label services to some companies as well. So that's a good way of bringing our revenue forward. One example is to a real estate company that's got about 1,000 offices. Every listing that they have for a property, we pull that out of their system and automatically augment. So wherever you see a photo of that property, you can see the overlay. It's got a click to call, a video preview of the house, and a link to the listing. And so those are much higher value customers than our sort of retail self-service. And in terms of migrating people to the Awesome Web, we think that's a much bigger opportunity. So we expect that to be the majority of the business. That's where the real revenue growth is. But that's going to take sort of 6 months to a year to really manifest. Hope that answers your questions.
Great presentation. That was
Thank
well
you.
put together. And I think tools in general are so important to drive new platforms, and you guys really understand you need to have a simple experience on the tools front.
Yeah.
But on the topic of moving from sort of the app model to the browser model, one of the big challenges, as I'm sure you're aware, is actually getting those new APIs implemented in browsers.
Yeah.
And it's more challenging on some platforms than others.
Yeah.
How do you intend to achieve that, especially in the 6 to 12 months that you mentioned?
So the browser vendors are doing that themselves already. So there's a main initiative through the W3C and the IETF called WebRTC, and that's driving through some other working groups an API called Get User Media, which gives you access to the camera. So that's already working in Opera and WebKit and Chrome. And there are lots of libraries. So the way we've built the open source project is people can just plug in event handlers for image recognition, location movement. So we're not bound to a specific type
So
of processing.
you're just looking at Android only?
Well, we believe that it will end up in Safari because it's enabled for WebKit. There's obviously the politics of the business momentum inside Apple, whether they choose to do that or not. But I think it's such a compelling experience, and it's really like the next version of HTML5. You can't predict, we can't control what Apple will do, but I would find it hard to think they would completely avoid it. Maybe it's naive. Thank you very much.